All right, so today we're diving into a dating app that claims it's here to finally solve the problem of endless, mindless swiping. It's a platform called Zocialized, and it's making some pretty big promises about a totally new way to connect online. Let's take a look and see what's really going on here.
So this is their big tagline, and honestly, it hits right at a feeling I think we all know, that total exhaustion from swiping through profile after profile. The whole idea here isn't just about stumbling upon a date, but about intentionally designing a real connection.
You can see they're positioning themselves as the cure for what people are calling dating fatigue. The whole mission is to shift away from this numbers game and turn it into a more conscious and deliberate journey. But how are they actually planning to pull that off?
To really get what their solution is, we first have to wrap our heads around the philosophy that it's all built on. And it really all comes down to one core idea.
And there it is, mindful dating. So according to Zocialized, this is about a complete mindset shift. It's not about making a split-second judgment on a photo. It's about slowing down, engaging with actual purpose, and being fully present when you interact with someone.
So this isn't just some vague, fluffy idea. Zocialized actually breaks it all down into a structured practice, almost like you're learning a new skill or an art form. Let's dig into how it's supposed to work.
And here you have it, the 4 pillars of this so-called art: presence, intention, authenticity, and awareness. It's basically a framework designed to make you think more deeply about what you're really looking for, and also how you're presenting yourself. But what's really fascinating is how they take these very human, very soft concepts and translate them into hard technology.
Okay, this is where the philosophy gets plugged into the algorithm. Zocialized is claiming that it uses some really advanced AI to actually help you achieve this mindful approach to dating.
And this slide just lays out the difference perfectly. Their system, which they call Match IQ, sets itself up against what they're calling the old way. So instead of just flooding you with endless options based on kind of superficial stuff like hobbies, it promises to give you a hand-picked list of really high-quality matches, but based on something much deeper: shared core values. The big idea here? Less burnout, more real connection.
Now, to help you stay on track, the platform actually gives you your very own AI love coach. You can think of it like a personal trainer, but for your dating life. It gives you personalized advice, it gives you little prompts for self-reflection, all designed to keep you focused on those core mindful principles.
And this is where things start to feel a little bit like science fiction, with something they call immersive dating. They're using VR and AR to help create more intimate, more present experiences before you even meet in person. The idea is to build a much stronger foundation than you ever could just by texting back and forth.
So we've got this clear philosophy, right? And we've got some pretty smart AI tools to back it up. A curated, mindful dating app. Sounds pretty straightforward. Well, this is the point where a whole explainer takes a pretty unexpected turn.
Because it turns out that this mindful dating app is really just the tip of the iceberg. What's hiding underneath the surface is a much, much larger and frankly far more intense technological ecosystem.
And here's just a little taste of it. I mean, look at this list. We're seeing things like a call analyzer, which you have to assume analyzes your phone conversations. There's a bond integrity monitor, which sounds an awful lot like it's tracking the health of your relationship. And then you see a ZID chip implant. A chip implant. This goes so far beyond just matching people. We're talking about biometric data, constant monitoring, and even a dive into Web3 with NFTs, these unique digital tokens on the blockchain.
So seeing this massive suite of technology, it just brings up this really important question about the future of dating. I mean, how do these two very different sides of Zocialized actually fit together?
Let's just circle back for a second to their own definition of authenticity. Remember this? The promise is that if you let the AI handle all the hard work of matching, you are then free to just focus on being yourself. The key takeaway here is that the technology is sold as a tool to enable your humanity.
But that beautiful promise of freedom and just being you, it exists right next to features that seem to be all about analysis and measurement and monitoring. A bond integrity monitor or a call analyzer doesn't really sound like a system that's just enabling connection. It sounds like one that's also constantly measuring and evaluating it.
And that really leaves us with this huge, critical question, not just about this one app, but about where we're all headed. When we start outsourcing our connections to technology this powerful, is the real goal to help us become more mindful and authentic ourselves? Or is it actually to build a system that just monitors and quantifies those qualities for us? That line between enabling our humanity and trying to engineer it, it's getting really, really blurry. And platforms like this are forcing us all to figure out which side of that line we want to be on.